back, YouTubers, to the channel. What I have for you right now is a rain fly that I've been using a lot, and I've gotten a lot of use out of it, and I really like it. So I figured I would share it with you today. As usual, I'm not one to do many unboxing videos, and I don't do reviews of products unless I've actually used them. It's one of my pet peeves. I've seen a lot of YouTube videos where somebody will take something out of a box and show it to you in the comfort of their own home, sitting at the kitchen table or whatever, and say, well, this is my review. It's not a review until it's used. I ordered this in January. I've been using it for 5 months now. I've gotten a lot of use out of it. I've had it put up in wind. I've had it put up in rain. I've had it put up in snow. You know, January, of course, it was really cold weather. And I've had it put up in ice storms. It's also been through hail, but very small hail, pea-sized. But what I like about this rain fly, this is by Gold Armor. As usual, I will provide a link in the description down below for you guys if you want to check it out. But what I like about this thing is the huge amount of tie-out points this thing has. This has 33 tie-out loops. So you can pitch this in such a huge number of configurations. You can pretty much just get creative and do whatever you want. You can make it into a fully enclosed tent if you want to, but 99.999% of the time, if I'm pitching this, it is just in a simple plow point, and that's what I'm going to do today. Okay, this rain fly comes with aluminum stakes, not plastic, 6 guy lines that I do not have with me because I'm not using them. Same color as this, comes with half a dozen of them, and they are 3 meters in length, so they're plenty long with tensioners. Ripstop nylon. I bought mine in camo because I don't like to offend the eye when I'm out in the woods. It's not that I'm necessarily trying to be stealth. A couple of YouTubers I know, every video they release is stealth this and stealth that. But I'm not trying to hide my presence in the woods. For me, it's more about not offending the eye. If I'm in an area where other people are camping, I don't want my camp to be a riot of color and look like a circus just pulled into town. Okay, I like to keep with the earth tones, with muted colors, browns, and colors that at least mostly match the environment. That's why you don't see me out here with a rain fly pitch that is fluorescent orange and a hammock that is sky blue and, you know, fluorescent green this and all that kind of stuff. No, I don't like any of that. I like to keep with the earth tones. Anyway, we'll set this up plow point style and we'll get a look at it. All right, guys, here we go. Gold Armor rain fly. Now this is a 10 by 12, and it is ripstop nylon, and it's pretty durable. Like I said, I've had it out in all kinds of weather and I've never had an issue, but it's got 33 tie outs. As you can see, I'm using the toggle here, pitched in plow point configuration, and I have 5 tie outs on all 4 sides plus the 4 corners, and going across diagonally we have 5 tie outs this way, 5 tie outs that way. So altogether 33 tie out points, which allows you to pitch this in so many configurations. It's not even funny. Surely you can find something to make you happy. Oh, and this center line, by the way, talk about size. That center line is 15.4 feet. That is a monstrous amount of space. As you can see, I've got a 5 by 7 ground cloth under here to put my pack on, and if I were going to sleep under here, I would put my bed on that, and that's how I've done it many times in the past here. Slept on a ground pad in snow, not heavy snow. It was just flurries. I think we got a ½ inch that night, but still, we did see some snow, and I slept pretty comfortably. Now it does have the Gold Armor logo on mine. I assume it's on everyone, but because that logo is there does not mean that this is the front. It's listed as a 10 by 12, but no matter how I pitch it, I can't really tell the difference. But as you can see, it's a monster. It has significant size to it, and there's an acre of room under this thing. It's nice and big, and it's just under about $40. Now I got mine in camo, like I said, for the reason that I don't like to be offensive in the woods. I don't want neon colors and really bright colors, anything like that, so that I kind of blend in with the environment and I don't ruin it for people. But anyway, there we go. Lots of room and a really good price point, and durable. Like I said, I've used it very consistently and very much in the last 5 months, in cold and rain and wind and everything else, and it's performed very well and held up very well. So for $40, if you've been looking at one of these on Amazon, now they come in all kinds of colors. You can get them in bright colors too. You can even get them in black, I believe, and the black ones are about $1 cheaper for some reason. But anyway, if you've been looking at one, this is what it looks like. Okay, I figured I'd get down on the ground underneath this thing and give you guys an idea of size, because you've got me to scale too. I'm 5'8". And there is just a monstrous mountain of room back here. I've got enough room for a lot of gear, a lot of equipment. I could sleep half a dozen people under this if I had to, especially if I'm using a trekking pole for a center support, and I've got another trekking pole right up here, as you can see, for a front support. But I could very easily, between these trees, this is where I hang the hammock, I could very easily run a ridge line and drop down from that ridge line, tie on here with a toggle, and lift this top up and pull it taut so I have plenty of head space and not have to worry about messing around, dodging and avoiding these center support poles. That would give me a lot more space yet without having to worry about knocking this over. But as you can see, unless I have a lot of wind, it's pretty daggum solid. Now, like I said, this ground mat is 5 by 7, and you can see with me lying on the ground mat, there's still a lot of ground mat over here. I could lay another one of those and more back here on this side. So it is a very large volume of space. So if I had a lot of equipment, or maybe just a couple of guests that wanted to stay out, we've got plenty of room now to set our packs back here in the back where they're not going to get wet should it rain. You can sit right here in the opening where this vestibule is. It'd be perfect to sit here and cook on an alcohol stove or something like that, maybe a sterno stove. I did use my twig stove up under here earlier today and worked out just fine because I kept my fire really small, so I was not worried about a spark. But yeah, you would not want any kind of an open flame whatsoever underneath this, unless maybe it was an alcohol burner, because that's not going to send embers up onto your ripstop nylon. It is still nylon. It is not flame retardant in in any way, shape, or form. So as far as that, you'd want to keep anything open flame a long ways away. I said price point is about $40, $39 and change, I believe, is what I paid for this back in January. If I'm not mistaken, it's still plus or minus a few cents. It's right around there now. You can still get this for under 40 bucks. I really like it. I've gotten a lot of use out of it. All these tie-outs, I can just go crazy. I can look up different tarp configurations on YouTube and I can knock myself out. Spend all day out here just trying new setups. But anything other than this plow point or an A-frame configuration is going to really knock down your volume and what space you've got inside this thing. And that's the thing about it. For being so large, you know, 10 by 12 with a 15.4 foot ridge line, that is monstrous, okay? That gives you a lot of room. And as you can see, it's breezy. I've got plenty of nice cool air coming through here. I've got my tarp up in the shade because believe me, this color or any dark color, if you're out in the sun, you're going to have protection from UV because this does have a measure of UV resistance. However, you're going to bake in here because it's just going to be just like a little convection oven. The hot air, you know, builds up in here because of the sun beating directly down on the ripstop nylon, and it literally becomes an oven under this thing. So that's why I've got it pitched in the shade. It's partly cloudy now, but the sun's been in and out all day, and believe me, when it's out, it is damn hot. I had this pitched out there earlier when I used my little Lexata twig stove and the sun was beating down on that thing. Man, it was hot. Okay, anyway, thanks a lot for watching, guys. Don't forget, if you'd like to subscribe to the channel, go ahead and do that now. And when you do subscribe, if you do, you can reach over there and hit the notification bell. Select all notifications if you want to be notified when I upload videos. Any questions or comments for me personally about anything, any of the videos I've done, or maybe personal stuff about me, not overly personal, but just anything you want to know, or questions on this product or any other, hit me up down there in the comment section. I thank you guys very, very much for your views and for your support, and I'll get another video out to you guys as soon as I can. Thank you.